on the field, coaches, assistant coaches. First Bryan Brown, associate head coach, defensive coordinator, who came over right in December. They were trying to get him over here early, so we got him here. Coach Brown has been with me since 2012, which is in this business that's hard to accomplish, I think. He's had many opportunities over the years, but fortunate for me, he's been able to stick with me. Some of his things his defense has been able to do is tremendous last year. Well, first of all, what we took over at Louisville defensively was not very good at all. You can go back and look at those stats, but and what we finished up last year, Louisville, led the country in sacks, takeaways, top 25 in many categories. So a tremendous job in the turnaround defensively there, and exciting brand of football. So really pleased to have Coach Brown with us. Tom Manning was one of the guys that I talked to early in the process as soon as I got hired. Obviously from the state of Ohio, he's from Youngstown. A lot of pride in this state, and really knows the state well. I first met him when he was a GA at Toledo in 2009. I'm very impressed by him at that stage in his career, and then really just kind of followed him. And we've talked over the years, since he's been the place he's been, Iowa State, Indianapolis Colts, and then of course at Toledo. But does a tremendous job. Ran some of the best offenses in Iowa State history if you go back and look. Brock Purdy's a quarterback they had that did a tremendous job, won a ton of games there. And the fact that he's been in the Big 12 was another key ingredient I thought that we needed to get for this staff. So bringing him on board here is really going to be an asset for us. Coach Kerry Coombs, we've talked about, it's huge for me to be able to keep him Cincinnati through and through, and brings a great deal of experience for our program here. Coach Cardwell was a guy I actually recruited out of high school many years ago, I think 2003 actually. And so I've seen him throughout his whole career, does a tremendous job, tremendous amount of passion, and you guys will see some of that throughout the course of our tenure here. Coach Gasparotto was our outside linebackers. He's coached safeties. He's coached many positions defensively, knows our defense inside and out, has recruited in this area as well. So thought that was important to get him here. Coach Nick, Coach Derek Nicholson, our inside linebacker coach does a great job. A lot of passion, a lot of juice, a lot of energy. Has tutored many great players for us over the last few years. Coach Darrell Sims, running back coach, has been with me a couple of years now, but followed his career. Has done an outstanding job as well, mentoring the running backs. Coach Stepp, coaching our wide receivers last year for us at Louisville, coached our tight ends. Has been a head high school coach in South Carolina for many years. Has done a tremendous job. He's a relationship guy, great recruiter. I'm really excited about getting Coach Stepp here to coach our wideouts. Coach Stewart, coaching D-line, played here. That was important for me to have a guy who's blood, sweat, and tears in this program. I think he finished in 2012 here at Cincinnati, and so it's very important for me to be able to keep him as well. And Coach Thomas has been with me for many years now, coaching the quarterbacks, knows our offense very well, very smart, outstanding young coach in my opinion. I think has a really bright future. And I think so. Those are our 10 guys on the field guys, and of course we've added many others within our building, but really want to emphasize those guys.
Questions for Coach?
Coach, you invested a lot, announced a few personnel recruiting department. Mm-hmm. So when you're building this out, what was your goal, and how do you balance on field, off field, what you want to do there?
Yeah, I think it's certainly important to grow our recruiting department. We know how this day and age of how the portal is working, and so I mentioned this early in December. You got to recruit your team, you got to recruit high school players, you got to recruit the portal, and so it's very important to be able to get people in here that's going to be able to do that. Zach Grant is our GM now and was at Ohio State the last year, but prior to that was at Western Kentucky. And I think you look at his body of work, what he's been able to accomplish, really a great evaluator, and that's what we need. I mean, we have to have that. He's very organized. He's got a good plan that we're going to put forward here in the recruiting department, and the people that he's brought with him, as well. Jack Griffith was at the New York Jets last year. He's got a very smart guy, and really is a great evaluator. And that's, again, what we need. Cass Simmons, again, another guy that they brought down with them from Ohio State. Caroline Tart was with us at Louisville. She was at Oklahoma for 3 years prior to that as an on-campus recruiter, and so she's done a tremendous job with us at Louisville. So I think having been with her, that was good to get her over here as well. Kind of knows what we like there, but within that, and we'll continue to grow that. You have to have as many people in that department as you can for these evaluations. They will set all the things up for our coaches as we start looking at 2024, 2025 recruiting, but a huge emphasis in the city of Cincinnati and within 300 miles. I think that's a huge emphasis on that. And we got to continue to be able to do that. We're actually going out on the road Friday. It opens back up. We're blitzing the city. I mean, we're sending everybody out within 50 miles right here and hit as many high schools as we can hit on Friday. Because for us, it's going to start right here in our backyard. So we got to continue to get great relationships with that and continue to grow that out.
It's been a busy morning with some of your announcements already, so your staff are already showing their worth. I mean, did it help having a blowout last night where by the first quarter you could have all these announcements set?
Yeah, I don't know if last night had anything to do with it, but these guys have been working their tails off, I think, since December, and then really in the last week was an unbelievable job. I think we're 12 or 13 guys that we've been able to get out of the portal, and we're still not finished. Hopefully we'll be able to announce a couple more here by the end of the week.